Yes, guys, you read that title card correctly. We are starting Module 3 today, and we're going to begin Lesson 1 with a sprint. It is subtracting ones from teen numbers. It is in your original sprint book on page number 127. So still that Starry Night book that had modules 1 through 3 in it. We're up to module 3 now. So in here on page 127, that's where we're going to go and complete this sprint. We're going to put 1 minute on the clock. You're going to do the absolute best you can. And when the time stops, you stop. We know those are the rules. I'm stalling so you can get your things together. And I'm going to go ahead and put a minute on the clock. Page 127. Let's see. On your mark, get set, go. Okay, you heard it just as well as I did. That means time is up. Go ahead and stop what you're doing so we can check our work. Come on. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go ahead and check our sprint. And we are, in fact, in Module 3. Here we are. We are going to write the missing number. And starting at the top, if you get it right, give yourself a check and a little tiny yes. If you get it wrong, mark it wrong and make a point to go back and practice that at a later time. All right, let's go. 10, 3. See, look, guys, y'all just look. And y'all ain't gonna tell me I was wrong? No. 3 minus 3 is not 10. See, I got that wrong. It is, I marked it wrong, and I'm gonna write in the correct answer. I'll put it in red so you can see it. I know you're just using pencil, but I'll make sure you see. 13 minus 3 is 0. 13 minus 3 minus 3 is 0. 13 minus 3. Again, I'm wrong. Oh, goodness. Well, let me mark my answer wrong. That is wrong. 13 minus 3 is 10. Okay, so 3 minus 3 is 0. 13 minus 3 is 10. Let's see if I'm going to do better as we keep going. Whew. All right, guys, but keep an eye on me. 3 minus 2 is 1. Good. Here we go. Now I'm thinking straight. 11. 2. 12. 1. 11. 4. 1. 11. 7. 3. 13. 6. All right, guys, let's go to the top of column 2, question number 16. 12. 11. 11. 10. 4. 12. 11. See how I'm thinking? 7. Now look, down here in this space here, this bottom corner of the page, the missing number moved its position, okay? 3. So I think about it. Yeah. 3. 5. How about I'm going to think of this as 19 minus 12, and I'm going to count back to find. So 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Oh, it's 7. Okay. 9 minus 7 is 2. Okay, look, see how we're thinking? 19. All right, now these two right here, we're balancing. Both sides need to be equal, the same. So 17 minus 3 is equal to 16 minus 2. And here, 19 minus 6 is equal to 18 minus 5. All right, now go ahead and count up the number you got correct and write that number in your starburst. Notice I didn't get them all right this time, and that's okay. I did my best and I paid attention, and now I know I need to pay closer attention so I can keep doing a good job. All right, guys, well, let's continue with our lesson. Come on. Excellent work on that sprint. We're going to continue with our lesson in our beautiful Learn book with the lovely fields of flowers. Our application problem for lesson 1 of module 3 is on page 130. 183, I can count, I promise. And so that means in your book, it looks just like this. And now I'm going to go ahead and read it to you. And then the video is going to pop up for you to answer the question. It reads, Nigel and Corey each have new pencils that are the same length. Corey uses his pencil so much that he needs to sharpen it several times. Nigel doesn't use his at all. Nigel and Corey compare pencils. Whose pencil is longer? Draw a picture to show your thinking. All right, so let me give you a good clean shot. Nigel's pick. Whose pencil is longer? Draw a picture. All right, good job, guys. So let's go ahead and continue. It says they each have a new pencil. Okay. Nigel doesn't use his at all. What does a pencil look like that's never been used? Good, yes, it looks like a little stick. This is going to be our pencil for Nigel. And then Corey keeps sharpening his. What happens to your pencil as you sharpen it? It gets shorter or smaller. It gets shorter. Let's draw a pencil for Corey. Because he keeps using his pencil and keeps getting it sharpened. So the question still remains, whose pencil is longer? Nigel's. Answer the question. Nigel's pencil. Nigel's pencil is longer. Nigel's pencil is longer. Good job. And that'll set us up for our lesson today. This module is all about measurement and data, which is really cool because I like that and I hope you like it too. So we're going to talk about things being shorter and longer. So those words, shorter and longer. So shorter means more short than, and longer means more long than. Okay? Yeah. So here we have an example. Which of these items, the marker or the pencil, is longer? Which is shorter? So looking at them right here, right now, which one is longer? The marker, good. And which one is shorter? The pencil. Okay, so the marker is longer than the pencil. That's what we see. That makes sense, right? Which also means that the pencil is shorter than the marker. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's what they look like right now. But here's the kicker. What happens when I open my hand up? Hold on, Trent. There's more of it. There's more of it. And then what happens when I actually line them up so they're starting at the same place? Oh, you mean to tell me that all of that was wrong? Because if we don't line them up correctly, we won't get the right information. So if I say, for example, take this marker and this pencil, and I put them in my hands, well, I can make the marker look longer. I can make the marker look longer, but when I line them up on a flat surface, I clearly see the pencil is longer. Good job. Yes. The pencil is longer than the marker, which also means that the marker is shorter than the pencil. And that's what we're going to be looking at, say, comparing the lengths of two objects. Like, say, my water bottle and my juice. Well, if I put this right here, it looks like just barely the juice is taller than the water bottle, right? Yeah, but look what happens when I sit them on even. That water bottle's way bigger than my juice. And that's what we're seeing examples of. So what we're going to do is actually do some practice in our homework book on page 287. Your homework book is the one that has the lovely bedroom on it. The bedroom, where's this one again? The Bedroom at Arliss from 1889, oil on canvas. And it's on page 287. Ooh. And we don't need any measuring tools just yet, because right now we're just measuring by the appearance of these objects, okay? The appearance of these objects will allow us to measure them for today. And why didn't y'all tell me I left my water bottle in the middle of the shop? Y'all just tell me the water bottle's in your way. All right, so we're going to circle the longer rabbit. Who's longer, Peter or Floppy? Well, let's see. Let's start at the beginning. Ooh, I ran out of Floppy. Look, there's still some Peter left. Keep on going. So if I'm measuring and I've run out of Floppy and I still have Peter, that means that Peter. Okay, so the question being who is longer? We're going to circle it, and then we're going to complete the sentence. Peter is longer than Floppy. Peter is longer than Floppy. Good job. Now, going to question number 2. Now, make sure you're paying attention, because this one, you're not going to, don't you be rushing ahead of me and circling pairs now. Because question 1 wants to know which one was longer, more long. Question 2 says circle the shorter fruit. So which piece of fruit is more short, the apple or the pear? The apple. Good job. The apple. So if we're not sure how to spell apple and pear, look what they gave us right next to it. Letters to identify them. So A is shorter than B. That is acceptable. I'm not asking you to spell apple and pear, especially when they gave you letters to identify them, okay? This one tells us to, 3 and 4 examples, still page 287, write the words longer than or shorter than to make the sentence true. All right, so let's study the picture first. We have glue and ketchup. What do we see here? All right, this one is shorter than that. That one is longer than that. Cool, we know which one's short, which one's long. Okay. The prompt says the glue is blank the ketchup. So which will make this sentence true? True. The glue is shorter than the ketchup, or the glue is longer than the ketchup? Shorter. Excellent. The glue is shorter than the ketchup. The glue is shorter than the ketchup. Because right now, today, we're just looking at seeing the difference and noting that they have to start at the same line. They have to start at the same line. Now, the next one depicts a dragonfly and a butterfly. Dragonfly and a butterfly. So, ooh, not me. Ooh. Ah. And the sentence prompt says, the dragonfly's wingspan is blank the butterfly's wingspan. So their wingspan, the span of their wings, from wingtip to wingtip, how wide? Which one is wider, dragonfly or butterfly? Dragonfly, good. So with the question stating the dragonfly's wingspan is blank, what makes that true? Longer than. This is the longer than example. Excellent. The dragonfly's wingspan is longer than the butterfly's wingspan. So now if you're sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know how to spell that. They're bolded for you in the question that you're being asked, or your directions. And if you're not sure which one is which, let's stop. Let's say longer. What's the first sound? oh, spelled with the letter L. So the one that starts with the letter L must be longer than. And shorter than, what's the first sound? Shh. So the one that starts with the letters SH for the shh sound must be shorter than. Using what you know, figure out what you don't know so that you're able to complete your task. Okay? All right, good. So this is what we did together. So I did something and we did something, and now you have to do something. Clean this up and I'll show you what that is. That is your problem set coming from your Learn book on page 185, front and back. Do your problem set in your Learn book on page 185. Now, I know number 9 says find 3 school supplies, but you can find 3 house things and draw them, okay? You can find 3 house things and draw them if you need to. And then you're going to do your exit ticket and click submit when you're done so you can turn in your work to me. Yes, guys, yes. And yes, please, if you're not sure where your measuring tools are that I sent home with you, for the rest of the week, what you're going to need from there, you're going to need this little strip of paper that I wrote on. This says for math. It's time to use that, and you're going to need at least one of these green measuring sticks that I told you you're going to need. You will need these this week. You didn't need them today, but you will need them this week. So go ahead and make sure you have these ready for tomorrow, and that's all I have for you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.